teaching English vocabulary, fields, functions, and classroom activities. This paper underscores the vital role of vocabulary in language acquisition. While some educators might assume that vocabulary develops naturally, this document argues for explicit instruction, particularly for primary English students. A robust vocabulary enhances students' proficiency and confidence, enabling them to communicate effectively. This analysis aligns with current Spanish and Mercian educational legislation, Organic Law 3/2006, Royal Decree 157/2022, and Decree 209/2022. It synthesizes insights from Lessard Clouston's foundational work and Harmer's practical approach to teaching vocabulary. In line with Mercia's curriculum requirements, the paper focuses on teaching a necessary lexicon for socialization, information, and expressing attitudes, equipping primary students with essential communication skills. We will also present a typology of activities that teachers can use to teach vocabulary. Are you ready? Let's get started. First, let's explore lexical and semantic fields. Understanding a word means knowing its definition, but it also involves grasping its context and relationships with other words. Vocabulary is not a random collection of isolated terms, but an interconnected system that grows and evolves over time. To teach it effectively, new words should be introduced within lexical and semantic fields. This approach helps students internalize new words coherently and understand the organized nature of language. 1.1 Lexical Fields. A lexical field is a set of words grouped around a particular topic or concept. For example, the weather is a lexical field. Some words that belong to this field are cold, windy, hot, rainy, cloudy, etc. These fields are formed through various word formation processes that are fundamental to the structure of the English language. Some of these processes are compounding, affixation, blending, acronyms, clipping, abbreviations, and conversion. 1.2 Semantic Fields. A semantic field consists of words related by their shared meaning, based on various lexical relations. While often used interchangeably with lexical fields, a key distinction is that semantic fields emphasize the underlying meaning connections. Some of these relations are synonymy, antonymy, hyponymy, homonymy, and polysemy. 2. Necessary lexicon for socialization, information, and expressing attitudes. The Mercia curriculum requires that primary students acquire basic communicative competence in English. They should be able to produce and comprehend simple messages in everyday situations. This goal is achieved by teaching vocabulary within real-life contexts and focusing on key language functions. 2.1 Socialization. This entails phrases for greetings, introductions, making plans, and asking for help. Some examples are, "Hello, my name is, nice to meet you, see you later, thank you, may I borrow a pencil, please?" 2.2 Information Exchange. Students should learn to express and respond to opinions, ask for and give information, agree or disagree, and seek clarification. Examples. In my opinion, what do you think? That's a good idea. I totally agree. Could you repeat that, please? 2.3 Expressing Attitudes. This function covers a range of emotions and reactions, likes and dislikes, preferences, hopes, surprises, and interjections. Some examples are, I like dislike. My favorite is, I hope, wow, oh no, I can't believe it. By focusing on this practical vocabulary, the curriculum ensures that students develop skills immediately applicable in real-world scenarios, fostering their ability to interact effectively in various contexts. 3. A typology of activities for teaching and learning Lexis. Effective vocabulary instruction goes beyond memorization. New words should be presented in a meaningful context. This section presents a variety of activities that teachers can use to teach vocabulary. 3.1 Selecting words for vocabulary instruction. Laufer and Nation's criteria for word selection are frequency, usefulness, and learnability. Frequency refers to the occurrence of words in written or spoken language. Usefulness relates to the word's practicality and applicability in various contexts. Learnability considers factors such as pronunciation and spelling. Teachers should select words based on these criteria, ensuring that students learn a balance of common and less frequent words. Easy words build confidence, while challenging ones reduce common errors. 3.2 Activities for teaching vocabulary. The PPP approach is widely used and effective. It involves 3 stages: presentation, practice, and production. During the presentation stage, new words are introduced in context using visual aids like flashcards or online tools like WordWall or Quizlet. Students can also use dictionaries or bilingual word lists for support. The practice stage involves controlled activities like gap fills, matching exercises, or sentence completion to reinforce learning. The production stage encourages creative and authentic use of vocabulary through pair or group activities like dialogues, role plays, or discussions. Games like Vocabulary Pictionary or Vocabulary Pyramid can also be used. By employing these methods, educators can ensure that students not only learn new words, but can also use them confidently and accurately in context. In conclusion, vocabulary is a cornerstone of language learning. By understanding lexical and semantic fields, incorporating communicative functions, and utilizing diverse teaching methods, educators can guide students towards a rich and varied vocabulary. These strategies align with Mercia's curriculum requirements and international best practices, ensuring that vocabulary instruction is meaningful, practical, and tailored to young learners' needs. As language teachers, we have the opportunity to equip our students with the linguistic tools they need to communicate effectively and explore the world around them. And remember, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more valuable content. Thank you and see you soon. As teachers, we all know that helping our students learn English vocabulary is one of the most important parts of our job. We also know that there are many different ways to teach vocabulary. So in this lesson, I would like to discuss the main points from Unit 11 of your student's book. But before we get started, let me introduce myself. I am a teacher trainer and English language expert, and together we are going to explore English vocabulary teaching. Let's get started. This unit underscores the vital role of vocabulary in language acquisition. It is a skill often overlooked, yet it is inseparable from grammar and the 5 linguistic competencies: listening, speaking, reading, writing, and mediation. While some educators might assume vocabulary develops naturally, this document argues for explicit instruction, particularly for primary English students. A strong vocabulary not only enhances their proficiency, but also boosts their confidence in communication. The paper draws upon seminal works by experts like Lessard Clouston and Harmer, and aligns with current Spanish and Mercian educational legislation. It provides a comprehensive framework for teaching vocabulary. The paper is structured into 3 main sections: an exploration of lexical and semantic fields, a discussion of the vocabulary needed for specific communicative functions, and a typology of effective classroom activities. Let's take a closer look at each section. Section 1. Lexical and semantic fields. Understanding a word is not just about knowing its definition. It's about grasping its context and relationships with other words. Vocabulary is not a random collection of items, but an interrelated system that expands over time. To teach it effectively, new words should be presented within lexical and semantic fields. This approach helps students internalize new words coherently and understand the organized nature of language. 1.1 Lexical fields. A lexical field groups words around a specific topic, such as weather, cold, windy, hot, rainy. These fields are formed through various word formation processes, which are fundamental to the structure of the English language. 1.2. Semantic fields. A semantic field consists of words related by their shared meaning, based on various lexical relations. While often used interchangeably with lexical fields, a key distinction is that semantic fields focus on the underlying meaning connections. Section 2. Necessary lexicon for socialization, information, and expressing attitudes. The Mercia curriculum mandates that primary students acquire basic communicative competence in English. This enables them to produce and understand simple messages in everyday situations. This goal is achieved by teaching vocabulary within real-life contexts, focusing on key language functions. Socialization. This includes phrases for greetings, introductions, making plans, and asking for help. Information exchange. Students learn to express personal opinions, ask for others' opinions, agree or disagree, and seek clarification. Expressing attitudes. This function covers a range of emotions and reactions, teaching students to convey likes, dislikes, preferences, hopes, surprises, and interjections. By focusing on this practical vocabulary, the curriculum ensures that students develop skills that are immediately applicable, fostering their ability to interact effectively in various contexts. Section 3. A typology of activities for teaching and learning lexis. Effective vocabulary instruction goes beyond simple memorization. New words should be presented in a meaningful context. This section explores how to select vocabulary and a variety of activities for the classroom. 3.1. Selecting words for vocabulary instruction. Laufer and Nations, 2012 criteria for word selection, frequency, usefulness, and learnability are crucial for effective teaching. Frequency. High-frequency words should be prioritized, as they are essential for developing students' receptive and productive skills. Usefulness. Selected vocabulary must be broadly useful across different topics and functions to enable effective communication. Learnability. Teachers should consider a word's difficulty, pronunciation, spelling, when selecting vocabulary. 3.2 Activities for teaching vocabulary. The presentation, practice, production, PPP approach is a widely used and effective method. 3.2. 1. Presentation stage. New words are introduced in context. Visual aids like flashcards and digital tools like WordWall or Quizlet are essential for making the learning experience interactive. The use of new technologies and augmented reality, AR, is highly recommended. For example, using AR flashcards to learn professions. This aligns with modern pedagogical orientations and the principles of Universal Design for Learning, UDL. 3.2. 2. Practice stage. Students apply newly learned vocabulary in controlled contexts to reinforce their learning. Activities include multiple choice and true, false exercises, gap fill activities, picture dictation, and classifying activities. The total physical response, TPR method, where students respond to commands with body movements, games like Vocabulary, Pictionary, or Vocabulary Pyramid. 3.2. 3's production stage. This final stage encourages students to use the vocabulary creatively and authentically. Working in pairs or groups, they engage in open-ended communication. Activities include dialogues, dramas, and role plays. Giving map directions, question and answer activities where students write their own comprehension questions, surveys and questionnaires, oral presentations to report on projects. By using these methods, educators can ensure that students not only learn, but also actively use new vocabulary in meaningful contexts, building a solid foundation for their future language development. Conclusion. In conclusion, this paper underscores that vocabulary is a fundamental building block of language learning. A well-developed vocabulary is essential for enhancing communication skills, language development, and overall comprehension. By teaching vocabulary within structured fields and functional contexts, and by employing engaging activities that leverage visual aids and modern technologies, educators can effectively foster a rich and varied vocabulary for their students. The integration of these strategies ensures that vocabulary instruction is meaningful, practical, and tailored to the diverse needs of primary learners. Thank you for watching. See you next time.